Welcome back, everyone, to the Alex Carter podcast. Today, we're going to be doing a super deep dive into something that's, well, it's kind of become essential for a lot of Amazon sellers out there. We're talking Helium 10.
Yeah, if you're even thinking about dipping your toes into that Amazon marketplace, you realize pretty quickly it's not just about like throwing a product up and hoping for the best. It's a whole other beast.
It really is, and it can feel so overwhelming between figuring out what to sell in the first place, then how to actually get it seen by the right people. It's layers on layers of complexity.
Oh, for sure. And that's exactly where Helium 10 comes in, right?
Yeah.
They're all about trying to streamline things, take some of that weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, and that's really what we're going to be unpacking today. Like, how does Helium 10 actually work as that all-in-one solution? How can it simplify all that complicated stuff? And why have so many people, over 4 million users, why are they trusting this platform to help them navigate Amazon?
Right, we're not just talking about a handful of people here. This is a pretty massive user base. And we're fortunate to have a ton of great info to dig into. Most of it straight from the source, Helium 10 themselves. They really break down all their different tools, what they do, the benefits, all of that.
All right, so first things first. In the simplest terms possible, what is Helium 10? Like, what are we actually talking about here?
Okay, so at its core, Helium 10 is what's called a SaaS platform. It stands for Software as a Service, but it's specifically designed for sellers on Amazon. And more for those looking to branch out to Walmart as well.
Gotcha. So it's not something directly from Amazon itself. It's a separate thing altogether.
Exactly. It's its own independent platform. And the thing is, it offers this crazy comprehensive set of tools. I mean, we're talking over 30 different functions, way beyond anything you'd find in Amazon's own Seller Central.
Wow, over 30. That's a lot. It's like a Swiss Army knife for Amazon sellers. So what's the idea behind packing all those tools into one platform? What's the big picture here?
I think the main idea, and I'm sure we'll see this as we go through the specific tools, is to give sellers like you, me, anyone really, to give them the power to make decisions based on actual data, not just their gut feeling.
That makes sense. So instead of guessing and hoping for the best, you're actually looking at hard numbers and making informed choices.
Exactly. It's all about efficiency, strategy, really just taking the guesswork out of running your Amazon business, optimizing everything from your listings to your advertising to your overall brand, you name it.
All right, I'm already seeing the appeal here. But let's be real. For someone just starting out, maybe on a tight budget, do you absolutely need Helium 10 to sell on Amazon?
Technically, no. Like you can get yourself out there, list some products, even make some sales using just Amazon's basic tools. But if you're serious about this, if you want to maximize your profits, automate all that tedious stuff that eats up your time, Helium 10 becomes less of a nice to have and more of a need to have.
So it's the difference between just kind of existed on Amazon and actually building a successful, efficient business.
That's it. And that's how they position themselves, too. They're the all-in-one solution, the one-stop shop for all things Amazon. They want to handle every single part of your store's operations.
Okay, that makes sense. So we know what Helium 10 is. Now let's break down the how. You mentioned all these different categories of tools. Where should someone even begin? Like, if I'm new to all this, what do I focus on first?
I'd say the most logical place to start is product research. It's the foundation, right? You got to figure out what to sell, what's got potential.
That's true, but how do you know? How do you find those winning products, the ones that are actually going to sell?
Well, Helium 10 has a bunch of tools specifically for that, for helping you find products that have high demand, but maybe not so much competition. They want you to find the gaps in the market.
Okay, like what kind of tools are we talking about here?
So they've got Black Box, X-Ray, their Chrome extension, Product Launchpad, even a tool that helps you find trending products.
I keep seeing Black Box everywhere. What's so special about that one?
It's definitely one of their flagship tools. Think of it like this. They give you access to this massive database, like over 450 million Amazon product listings. And you can use all these filters to really narrow down your search and find a profitable niche. The data is super reliable too, which is pretty important when you're deciding what to source. What's really cool is that you can combine filters that might not seem related. Like imagine a product with a sudden drop in reviews, but consistent search volume. Could mean there's a gap in the market, maybe a competitor's having supply problems, who knows. But it's an opportunity you wouldn't easily spot otherwise.
That's a really smart way to look at it. What about X-Ray? How does that fit into the product research process?
X-Ray is all about giving you on-the-spot data, right there in your browser while you're browsing Amazon. Say you're looking at different product categories. X-ray will show you things like estimated sales, revenue, competition levels, all that right there on the search page. Instant market analysis, basically. Oh, and it works for Walmart now, too. So if you're thinking about selling there, that's a huge plus.
Oh, very cool. So it's like a quick and dirty way to validate your product ideas before you go all in. All right, so let's say I found some products I think have potential. What's next?
Well, now you need to figure out how people are searching for those products, what words they're using. That's where keyword research comes in.
Right, got to get inside the shoppers' heads, figure out what they're typing into that search bar.
Exactly. And Helium 10 has a whole arsenal of tools for that. They want you to find those high-converting keywords, the ones that don't just bring in traffic, but actually lead to sales. Think about it. Search volume tells you how big the audience is. Competition tells you how crowded the space is. Magnet helps you find the sweet spot where there's enough people searching, but not too many sellers already fighting for attention.
And what are some of the tools they offer for keyword research?
So some of their big ones are Cerebro, Magnet, a general keyword tool, keyword tracker, X-ray keywords, and they even have a search query analyzer.
Cerebro and Magnet sound interesting. How are those two different?
Okay, so Cerebro is great for something called reverse ASIN lookups. An A-line is basically a product's ID number on Amazon. What Cerebro does is it lets you analyze the ASINs of your competitors, the ones who are killing it, and see what keywords they're ranking for. It's like peeking into their playbook.
That's brilliant. So you're learning from the best, seeing what's already working. And what about Magnet?
Magnet is more for, like, broad keyword discovery. You plug in a basic keyword related to your product, and it spits out a huge list of related ideas. You can see how many people are searching for each one, how much competition there is, all that. Then you use filters to narrow it down and find the best opportunities.
That sounds super helpful. All right, so I've got my product, I've got my keywords. What's the next step in building a killer Amazon listing?
Now it's all about optimizing that listing, making sure it's as good as it can be, not just to catch a shopper's eye, but also to rank higher in Amazon search results.
Okay, so walk me through that. What exactly goes into optimizing a listing?
It's about tweaking every part of your product page: the title, the bullet points, the description, even the photos and the back-end keywords. It's got to be appealing to shoppers and to Amazon's algorithms, which means using the right keywords, making it easy to read, just giving people all the info they need to click that Buy Now button.
Right, so you got to appeal to the humans and the robots. Gotcha. What tools does Helium 10 have for this part of the process?
We've got Listing Analyzer and Listing Builder, which are both super helpful for this stage.
So what do those do? Specifically, how do they actually help you optimize?
Okay, so Listing Analyzer is kind of like a coach. It looks at your current listings, compares them to what's working for others, and gives you tips on how to improve. Are you using enough keywords? Is it easy to read? Stuff like that. Listing Builder is more hands-on. It helps you create brand new listings from scratch, making sure you hit all the key points that shoppers and search engines are looking for.
I like that it's like a built-in writing assistant for Amazon listings. This is all great stuff for getting your products set up for success. But what about the day-to-day stuff, the nuts and bolts of running an Amazon business?
Yeah, all that nitty-gritty is important too. And that's where their operations tools come in. These are designed to take care of all those routine tasks, the ones that are crucial but can take up a ton of time.
Like what kind of things are we talking about?
Okay, so they have inventory management, which helps you predict demand so you don't run out of stock or end up with a warehouse full of stuff nobody's buying. Then there's managed refund service, which this one is awesome. It basically automates getting money back from Amazon for any inventory that gets lost or damaged.
That sounds like a major time saver. For someone who's already wearing a million hats, handling everything from sourcing to customer service, I bet that's a huge relief.
Right. Think about how much time you could save by not having to chase down those refunds yourself. It could be hours every month. And that's just one tool. They also have alerts, which basically keep an eye on your listings and notify you if anything shady's going on, like hijackers trying to steal your sales or a sudden influx of negative reviews.
Oh, that's got to be so helpful for staying ahead of any potential problems. What else do they have in the operations category?
They have follow-up, which automates email communication with customers after they buy something, keeping people happy and coming back for more, maybe leaving a good review. And then there's Seller Assistant, which has a bunch of tools for streamlining customer service and other business tasks. Like automating the process of getting reviews can really boost your credibility and help you sell more.
Gotcha. So it's all about getting those routine things out of the way so you can focus on the big picture, on growing your business. But how do you know if your business is actually doing well? Like, how do you measure success?
That's a great question. And that's where analytics comes in. These tools give you all the data you need to see how your business is performing, how much you're selling, how much profit you're making, all that. They give you the insights you need to make smart decisions about how to scale and grow.
Okay, so what kind of data are we talking about? What can these tools tell you?
So one of the big ones is profits. It gives you a real-time snapshot of your sales, expenses, and profit margin. No more messing around trying to pull data from a million different places. Then there's Market Tracker, which is all about keeping tabs on your niche. You can see what your competitors are doing, spot new trends, all that. And Keyword Tracker shows you how your keywords are ranking over time. So you can see if your optimization efforts are actually working.
Wow, so you can really see the whole picture, both your own business and the market as a whole.
Yeah, and they go even deeper with things like Market Tracker 360, which gives you an even more comprehensive view of your niche. Sales Estimator helps you project future sales, and Anomaly Tracker flags any weird spikes or dips in your data that might need a closer look.
That's a lot of data. But it sounds incredibly useful for staying on top of everything. Now, let's talk about something that's super important for any Amazon seller: advertising. How does Helium 10 help with getting your products seen?
That's huge, right? You got to get eyes on your listings. They've got a whole suite of advertising tools designed specifically to help you manage and optimize those pay-per-click PPC campaigns, which are basically the lifeblood of Amazon traffic and sales.
Okay, what are the main tools they have for advertising?
Their main weapon is Helium 10 ads, and they also have a really useful PPC audit tool for analyzing your current campaigns and finding areas to improve.
PPC can be a real headache, though. How does Helium 10 make it easier?
Well, Helium 10 Ads uses AI to automate a lot of the work. So, for example, it'll constantly track how your ads are doing and automatically adjust your bids on different keywords. Like if a keyword's bringing in sales, it'll bump up your bid. If it's not performing, it'll lower it. You don't have to sit there and manually tweak everything, which can be a huge time suck.
That's got to be a game changer for sellers who aren't PPC experts. Now, earlier you mentioned something about Helium 10 having some free tools. What are those all about?
Yeah, they've got a few free tools that are great for anyone who's just starting out or maybe wants to test the waters before committing to a paid plan. They give you a taste of what Helium 10 can do.
Like, what kind of free stuff are we talking about?
Well, they have an FBA calculator, which helps you estimate your profit margins based on different costs. There's a basic keyword tool for doing some initial keyword research. Their PPC audit tool is free, so you can get a preliminary analysis of your campaigns. The Chrome extension, which has a bunch of useful features, some are free. And then there's a sales estimator, a trending products finder, the anomaly tracker, even a URL builder for creating trackable Amazon links.
Wow. So even without paying anything, you can still get some pretty valuable info and functionality. Now, Helium 10 claims to be the best solution out there for Amazon sellers. Why do they think that? What makes them stand out from the crowd?
They say they offer the most comprehensive and accurate solution on the market. And when you look at it, they have a pretty strong case. I mean, over 30 tools, all designed to cover every single aspect of running an Amazon business.
And they're big on data-driven decision-making, right?
Oh, absolutely. They're all about using data to eliminate the guesswork and give you the best chance of success.
Which makes sense, especially in the world of e-commerce where things move so fast, you can't afford to be wasting time.
Exactly. And that's another thing they highlight, saving sellers time. By automating all those tedious tasks like handling refunds, optimizing ad campaigns, tracking inventory, they free you up to focus on the stuff that really matters, like growing your business.
They've got a lot of happy customers too, right? I've seen their testimonials.
Oh yeah, they have tons of testimonials from sellers who are seeing huge results like increased sales, more free time, and they all say that Helium 10 has become essential to their success. They wouldn't even think about doing Amazon without it.
It really does seem like they've built this entire ecosystem for Amazon sellers. And the all-in-one aspect is a big part of that, right?
Yeah, that's a major selling point. You don't have to subscribe to a bunch of different tools, juggle different logins, all that. It's all in one place. And they cater to everyone, from beginners just dipping their toes into seasoned pros who are looking to scale or even exit their business.
I remember they even compared their accuracy to one of their competitors, and they came out on top.
Yep, they've got some pretty impressive stats about how accurate their sales predictions are. They claim to have a much higher percentage of perfect predictions and a smaller margin of error compared to one of their main competitors. And when you're dealing with high sales volumes, that kind of accuracy is super important for making smart decisions about inventory and business planning.
So basically, better data equals better decisions, which equals more money in your pocket.
Exactly. And they offer tools for every single step of the journey. Finding the right product, doing your keyword research, optimizing your listings, managing inventory, running ads, you name it, they've got a tool for it. They want to make sure you're not just participating in the Amazon marketplace, but actually winning.
Okay, so for someone who's listening to this and thinking, all right, I got to check this out, what are their options? How do they get started with Helium 10?
Well, they've got a few different pricing plans to choose from, depending on your needs and the size of your business. The main ones are Starter, Platinum, and Diamond. And you can pay monthly or annually.
Is there a benefit to paying annually?
Yeah, usually they'll give you a discount if you sign up for a whole year instead of going month to month.
And what about a trial period? Can you test it out before you commit?
Oh yeah, definitely. They've got a free account option that lets you poke around the platform, try out some of the features, see if it's a good fit for you.
And if you do decide to subscribe, how do you actually connect it to your Amazon seller account?
It's pretty simple. Once you've chosen your plan, you just connect your Amazon Seller Central account through something called a seller token. Basically, it gives Helium 10 permission to access your data so you can use their tools with your own sales and performance info.
All right, so to wrap things up, it seems like Helium 10 is offering a really powerful and comprehensive set of tools for anyone who wants to succeed on Amazon. From finding those golden product ideas to optimizing your listings, running ads, and managing everything efficiently, it's designed to help you build a truly successful and profitable business.
Absolutely. And whether you're just getting started or you've been selling on Amazon for a while and you're looking to take things to the next level, the sheer amount of features and functionality that Helium 10 offers is really impressive.
Yeah.
Like we've been talking about, it's all about using data and automation to work smarter, not harder.
Well, this has been a really insightful deep dive into Helium 10. I hope everyone listening has a better understanding of what it can do and how it can help them on their Amazon journey.
Thanks for joining us on the Alex Carter Podcast. And hey, don't forget to check out the description below. We've got a special Helium 10 coupon code just for our listeners. So if you're ready to give it a try, you can save big on your subscription.
Until next time.
See ya.